All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for My
Dress Up Darling, Season 2, Episode 3. Let's see them titties. Let's peruse them.
Well, you just said that in the first few seconds of a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That was a great decision, Jacob.
Yep,
All right,
that's right.
but that's where we're at. We're shameless about it. We're going straight forward.
Straight for the
here.
tatas.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Wearable as well. Equipable. One might say these are even like an RPG item.
Yes.
What stats do you think they increase, though? +1 to persuasion. Just a simple skill check, you know. Just simple.
+1 to everything.
just in general, it's just
all stats.
Just all stats increased. The boob privilege is real.
Yes.
Yeah, it is absolutely a thing. But that being said, this is also just another fun character to be brought in here and have some fun interactions with Gojo as they discuss passions and stuff like that.
Indeed.
Also, Kitagawa is just gonna be just absolutely freaking out seeing more cosplays.
And
from
so,
him.
this episode, I'm predicting it. We are going to get the idea established of, okay, Gojo, we're going to get you to do this too, right?
Yes,
right?
absolutely. And we're here for it. So,
Yes.
yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. I do too. Yes.
That's right.
You shall see.
はいこれ、おっぱいネオシスターいい胸って詰め物で再現すると大変なんだけど、これはつけるだけで済んじゃうからすごく楽なんだ。
Barely an inconvenience.
ヌーブラだけじゃ無理やったな。機械も重ねたのに。胸元の開いたキャラだけど肌を出したくないって時にもいいよね。
Right.
Sure.
してるのに露出してない的な。例えば、ちょっとごめんね。さすがに女性用サイズだからきつそうだけど。
Yes. Immediately.
こんな風に。
Fantastic.
やめてください。五条くんなんで照れてんの？意味不なんだけど。
Yeah.
以外にもここにはいろんなコス用品が売ってるんだよ。全部コス用？
見たことない
So
もの
much
が
makeup.
こんなにたくさん。姫野さん、女装されてるじゃないですか。何か気をつけている部分とかあるんですか？
Oh.
男装メイクは経験あるんですが、女装はま
いやいや
だ興味があって、特別な手順とかあるんですか？ぜひ教えてください。
私も知りたい。気をつけてること。目元かな。
Okay.
例えばこういうアイライナーを使って絵が大きく見えるようにメイクしてるよ。
Oh, okay.
僕はうっすらとしかないから薄く影を描いてるんだ。可愛さも倍増するかなって。私も普段のメイクでやってる。
Whoa.
まあ毎回ね。
That's clever. It's a little optical illusion, yeah.
オレンジのコンシーラー？これがすごく重要。
クマ隠し用ですか？青いクマを隠しやすいんでしたっけ？
けど僕の場合はヒゲの反り跡隠し。
Ah,
そうだ。
brilliant. Brilliant, yeah.
そこまでヒゲ濃くないけど絶対目立たせたくなくて。
Yeah, sure.
北川さん、眉を全部剃るときあるので。
豪快だなマリンちゃん。
Yeah, she's pretty intense with it, though.
情報交換や知らないことを教えてもらったりして。
It's almost like they're a
すご
friend.
く楽しい。緑色の髪のウィッグにも合わせられ
思い
るし。
のほか本気買いしててウケるんだ。五条くん、私カラコン見てるね。
はい。
Ooh.
これ何ですか？
ああ、確か造形で使うやつだよね。そ
Okay.
れで武器とか作るんだよ。
Nice.
俺がいつも買ってるものと雰囲気が違う。
二人は自作してるからキャラウィッグは買わないよね。加工してあるんだ。
Whoa, yeah.
このままつけるだけなんだ。
Oh, cool.
Perfect. Yeah.
3階には衣装も売ってるよ。
Very
バリ
efficient.
用のは僕もここで買ったんだ。器用じゃないから。ウィッグカットや衣装なんてとてもじゃないけど本当に全然作れない。
Yeah, a lot of them are probably like hobcobbled from like pieces of different parts, you know, kind of put together.
Right.
やりたいと思った時にすぐコスプレができるんだ。
Yeah.
自作できない
I'm
人とか。
trying to see if
Very
I can
accessible,
recognize any of the
yeah.
outfits.
チェキ再現嬉しみ。スバルンのファンサほぼ塩なのマジ好きなんで。 やば、テーピング剥がれたんだ。
Oh no!
直すのでじっとしててください。
リ
Yeah, they're so close. Yeah.
一緒にいいですか？
Oh,
サイレンジはるかとイチジクセナだ。
from the same game?
でも僕、男で女装なんです。お二人に混ざっても問題ないですか？
Ouch.
We stand.
可愛いってことがわかんない。感動。手がかり。
わかる。よ
Yep.
ろしければ俺が取りましょうか。
Yes, please, please.
Yeah.
いきますよ。
Fantastic.
最高。
Oh,
ア
yes.
イドルが学校帰りに
あは
ランチしてる。
Uh-huh.
私。
Yes. You have good taste.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Complete strangers.
Yep.
あまねさんがコス始めたきっかけって何ですか？やっぱ推しだからスバルんですか？スバルちゃんのことは好きだけど、きっかけは違うんだ。
Yeah, yeah.
初めてメイクしたのは姉の思いつきで。
ねえ、メイクしてあげるから千歳もやってみない？買ったズラもある。やろうよ。
私もその番組見てました。
Oh, cool.
それで初めてしてみたんだけど、
いいね。似合ってるじゃん。
自分じゃないみたいで
Yeah.
すごく驚いた。姉にメイクを教えてもらったり、
Oh.
着なくなった服をもらったりして。
優しい。
最高のお姉ちゃんですね。次にスバルちゃんのコスプレを始めて、うちの家族寛容で、母親もアドバイス
That's
して
awesome.
声も低くないからからかわれることが多くてって見れないよね。天野くん、頼りないかな。
遅すぎ。
Damn.
飯食ってんの？
自分のことが嫌いだ。コスプレしてると自分以外の誰かになれる気がして、自分のことを好きになれた。
Jeez.
スパルちゃんの自信満々なところに影響されたのかな。僕も少しずつ自信が持てるようになって、人前でおどおどすることもなくなっていって、
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
初めて女の人に付き合おうって言われたんだ。
へえ、片付いてんじゃん。
衣装が見つかっちゃって。
Oh
なんな
no.
のこれ。それは全部僕ので。全部自分のって。男がこんなヒラヒラした服持ってるわけないでしょ。本当に僕も趣味で着てるだけで。やめてよそんな。捨てて、気持ち悪いから。
This kid needs a hug.
で、そのまま彼女を捨てちゃったんだ。
Yeah.
Good man.
突然こんな話聞かされても困るよね。
Oh.
つい勢いで話しちゃって。
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
なんで？
What do you mean, why?
僕のせいかな。
I'm so sorry. No. No, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay.
大事だって待ってる
Mm-hmm.
って見ればわかるの。捨てろとか簡単に言えんのって許せないんですけど。ありがとう。もうなんと
No, no. We get that. We get that. We're really glad that
But still,
that's not an issue. But
That bitch.
自分のことを好きで入れてるから平気だよ。だから泣かないで。はいまだ構えちゃうんだ。
right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. We noticed. Yeah.
そうしてるの聞かれた時気持ち悪いって言われるか
言いません。そんなこと絶対言いません。
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He knows exactly what that feels like.
Yep.
そうだよね。疑ってごめんね。今日声をかけてくれた人みんな誰も気持ち悪いなんて言わなかった。一度言われただけでみんなが同じことを言うなんて限らないのに。
Mm-hmm.
There it is, Gojo. Yeah.
よくないよね。
That. Yeah. Ah.
ただなんとなく参加しただけだったんだけど。
Hmm.
来てよかった。
Yeah.
Good shit.
またイベントで会ったら仲良くしてくれると嬉しいんだけど。
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
またね。
Marina.
小説。
20歳なので未成年では。
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
仲良くコスプレ。
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
We do too.
We definitely do too.
俺までお邪魔してよかったんでしょうか。
前もってマリンちゃんに聞いてたし大丈夫だよ。生の後で
Damn.
彼氏連れてくるロコモの子。
Fantastic.
He doesn't. Yeah, wait, what?
上着かなり厚手なんです
He
ね。
didn't notice.
Didn't notice it at all. Yeah.
まだ早い冬服ばかりのような。
Oh.
マリンちゃんが着てるのは
Yeah, because we need to prep the shoots for later. Yeah.
Yeah.
ファッション誌は大体
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to do it quite a bit in advance. Yeah.
そんなに早くモデルの仕事って全然知らなくて、そんなすごいことをしてたんですね。
何系のコーデでも着こなせてガラッと雰囲気変わるから。
普段ともコスプレの時とも違って。
Sure. She's in work mode.
マにしか撮影来てくれなかったんだけど、最近はよく出てくれてるじゃない。
Oh.
一眼レフカメラ欲しいから。すごく読者受けがいいんだよね。手が届かないっていうのかな。こんな子がいたなんてな。
Yeah. Do you realize like
You're a lucky guy.
you're a lucky guy? Yeah.
華やかな世界にいるんだな。
うちの専属になってほしいって何度もお願いしてるんだけど、ってなかなか OK してくれなくて。
Hmm.
だから彼氏くんからも
No. No. No.
俺彼氏じゃないので、俺は同じクラスの金銭を介した関係です。どういうこと？
Yeah. What does that mean?
Now she's suddenly like genuinely concerned.
Yeah, right. Right.
今日も可愛かったよ。本当ですか？ありがとうございます。
Yeah.
北川さん、本当に
Compliment
別人
her.
みた
Yeah.
いな。
Yeah.
マリンちゃん、今日いつもよりおしゃれじゃない？誕生日会するんで。
Oh.
Oh, okay.
そうなんだ。ずーっと楽しみで。お先に
Whose
失礼し
birthday?
ます。
失礼します。
Oh shoot. Is it his?
お疲れ様。
It's his, isn't it? And he completely forgot.
ってやっぱ彼氏だよね。
He completely forgot.
あれ？マリン
Yeah. Yeah. It's his.
じゃなかったっけ？
And she's.
彼氏くんの方か。
You're kidding me! Oh my god.
Yes.
生まれてきてくれてありがとう。あなたに出会えてよかった。しずくった。
なんだろう、これは。
You are witnessing something a bit much.
Incredible.
Yes.
超大好きだよ。
With the mask on and everything.
顔を見たからって北川さんは俺が知ってる北川さんだ。
The body pillow just
Uh-huh.
我ながら全力で叫びすぎた。
apologize to the neighbors. Yeah.
And the custom cake and
とりあえず
everything.
ケーキ食べない？
はい。
ごめんどうしよう。はっ。ここでいっか。
それいいんですか？
See, this shows how close they are.
Yeah.
She's like, I would have done this happily by myself.
Uh-huh.
But the fact that I
She
get to
wants
do
you
it
there.
with you, and I want to do it with you, we are like this.
None of her friends are
None
here
of
for
her
this, by
friends
the
get to
way.
see this. Like,
it's so real. The when you have your like forward facing kind of like, you know, like sort of persona that you adopt, right? You know, it's the, okay, I'm in public, all that,
Right.
You know, yeah. And then the, okay, now I'm not in public. And it is fascinating to see this happen with your partner because
Yeah.
oftentimes they don't realize that they're doing it,
oh, totally.
you know? And
Like-
then it's like, oh, now I'm in private. All right, blah, you know, time to be weird.
I mean, let's bring it up like this also. If we don't kink shame, why do we hobby shame?
Good point. That is a very good point.
Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
is it because people do their hobbies in public?
Maybe that's probably what it
probably
is.
the reason why.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But the knowledge that maybe, let's say your hobby is something that you have to do at home, right?
Right. Like,
So you're not generally gonna see it being done.
yeah.
Then, like
Okay.
you don't see people operating out their kinks. So like,
Right. This episode was delightful. It was
just-
fantastic.
ugh. so good
okay.
at exploring the themes in a very, very similar but also
Oh, yeah.
completely separate side of things.
Damn.
With Amane-san. Yeah, 'cause we still don't know their name.
Right.
But okay,
Yeah.
Really cool. Also, this person being an adult just brings things into bigger context as well. Because they're truly independent now.
Right.
They're in college and everything. So okay, let's break it down here.
All right.
We have another person who basically ended up being closer with somebody, showed them their hobbies, their side of themselves, that they're still trying to build up confidence to be more relaxed with sharing this with people.
Right.
But actually still have a lot of internalized shame regarding it.
Right.
So then end up having a really scary experience of, oh, when it came down to
They
listening to that,
fundamentally reject this side of you.
well, they rejected this side of me, but they also were like, you should destroy this. You should get rid of this side of yourself.
Yep.
And he acquiesced in a very like, oh, yeah, we'll do. Now, obviously, didn't actually do that, but in the social situation, that was the reflex to agree.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
that sucks. So
and-
then feeling like betrayed the part of yourself, and then ends up later having the context and the confidence to be like, sorry, this relationship is not happening.
Yeah,
So you know what?
Dumped.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
So
Now
we're here.
we're here.
And
So-
we're building the confidence, but this being,
Right.
what is this? Is this his first cosplay event then?
I don't know. Not sure. But
I don't think it was clear.
there are layers of awesome in this that I want to go over.
Yes.
One, this is directly relevant to Gojo.
Directly.
You know, our protagonist
It's almost
here.
identical.
Yeah, exactly. So it's both like good to have come up in the story because this is something that he has been struggling,
Yes.
not just as a kid, and suddenly once he met Marin, everything was fine. No. Like all
he has
of,
a complex surrounding it.
Yeah, he has a complex surrounding it.
Yeah.
All of these little things that happen where it's I sabotage myself in this relationship that, quite frankly, could totally have been a romantic relationship a long time ago. Because of my confidence issues. Yeah, it stems back to that event, right? Even if it is not the same direct exact thing, right? Marin has been very accepting of his passion for Hina dolls and all that stuff, right? Very encouraging of it.
There's a lovely relationship that also is very paradoxical with the idea that your hobby is a part of your identity, but it's also not your identity. So the idea that when you get into cosplay specifically, it's about, in a lot of ways, expressing a different identity. It's basically saying, I'm going to put on a costume, put on a new identity, and express that for the joy and fun of it.
Like, when I think about expressing myself through writing or D&D characters or whatever, right?
That's all our hobbies.
Yeah, right. It's artistic. Okay, cool. I am showing a side of myself, but the idea that no, with cosplay you are literally physically showing yourself, right? In high fidelity photos and all of that stuff where then you have to scrutinize every little detail and be like, okay, how do I adjust this or that or whatever in order to try and get the overall image that I'm looking for?
Right.
That's going to be incredibly tied to your identity and everything.
Well, also, it's incredibly about suppressing a side of your identity by going, I don't want these parts of my physical appearance to be seen because they would contradict the expression of this character.
Right.
And then on some level, you have to be comfortable letting parts of yourself that you either can't or just won't obfuscate. Because at some point you have to be like, but this is still me.
Right. And
that's a whole discussion in the cosplay community is like
you don't have to be a lookalike for the cosplay character in order to do the cosplay.
Well, right, but why are we rating and judging each other's cosplays based on the oh no, you can't cosplay this character,
right? You're
because
a tall person,
your body shape,
or whatever,
or your gender, or what have you, or
Right.
any of that other stuff matters with regards to your
now,
cosplay.
If someone does a bunch of crazy awesome things in order to do clever manipulating visuals and stuff, to
equipping boobs
and things like that. Goddamn, fantastic, great work, right? But if someone
you're just putting in more effort.
Yeah, exactly, right? That it's impressive. It's a feat of engineering,
It
right?
is. It is actually impressive. Yeah.
But if they don't do that, that's also totally fine. And so one of the things that I loved about this, with the order of how things went with this, right? One, the POV that we got for the flashbacks of it being first person and all that, that was great. That was awesome. Two, the idea that it was I wasn't fitting in at school. People were making fun of me, all this stuff because of how my body type was and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I certainly wasn't confident. But then, once I started doing this thing that was encouraged and even brought up and suggested by his family, then it's
love it.
he suddenly has all of this confidence. And there's something so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And also just badass and poetic, and I feel like almost karmic for the girl that he dumped.
Yes.
That probably one of the very things that made her attracted to him in the first place is the fact that he did this.
Yep.
Even if she didn't realize that that's what it was.
Right.
That was the thing that gave him the confidence to be like, yeah, I know who I am. Fuck yeah, let's go. And then she sees that and she's like, oh, that's attractive, right?
Yeah.
And then, but this is what it is.
Right. Yeah, I cannot tell you how brilliant it was in this episode to have the scene where the other cosplayers, who were highly competitive cosplayers, they were doing well and they were winning. They were like, third or fifth or second and fifth or something in the competition of like a full cosplay event, like a big one. So there's a lot of people. Like I've been to like cosplay events where you end up having like not just people doing like, oh, I'm putting on a costume where it's like just clothes, but where people build mechanically engineered I saw someone come up in a full-on Big Daddy from BioShock.
Nice.
Like the big drill hand and the full suit and everything, and it mechanically worked and it had lights and it had like a removable helmet, stuff like it's the kind of thing where you're like, holy shit, like you spent like years potentially on this. But the idea to then have the cosplays that showcase the confidence in a person and go, oh my God, we stand. Like the immediate, like, we don't just want to encourage you. We want to let you know that what you're doing here is so impressive from an emotional, like, well-being standpoint that we're like, fuck yeah, you go. Like, you're our hero now.
I also really want to know whether it's a thing that is implied to be due to lingering lack of confidence because of his situation with his ex that made him feel the need to tell people, hey, by the way, I'm a guy doing cosplay.
That is
Do you
probably
still want
part
to
of
take
it.
a picture with me? Or if there's some like cultural thing for that, because that
there might be both. I think that part of it specifically is that cosplayers are going to be doing a lot of social media posts.
Sure.
And then if they're trying to build some kind of a fan base of sorts, there could be a conversation of like who you're having pictures with.
Sure.
So the idea that like, oh, if you want to make sure that because of parasocial stuff, potentially, that you only do cosplay photos with
people that will be cool with that.
With people that will be cool with that. Or people that specifically are going to be girls, because you're a girl, and heteronormative stuff and what have you. Though it's like,
and also another thing that I was thinking of, it doesn't have to be from a lack of confidence thing because of the thing with the ex. It could actually be a good safety precaution for himself, where it's I understand now that some people are going to be shitty about what I'm about, right? And so as a result of that, I'm going to make sure that they are aware. That way, not because they need to know, but that way I can know whether or not I can trust them effectively, right?
Sure.
You know, and so
it's a good litmus test.
Yeah, exactly. And if they're
if you get an off vibe, you can just be like, actually,
I don't want to take.
I'm good.
I don't want to take the photo. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. No, that's a totally good point. I think that it might be a little bit of both. I think that there's ways to interpret it that make it so both makes still good sense. Also, you know, he's an adult, so like he's also just probably a little bit more emotionally intelligent and smart about like just kind of testing the waters with things as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I love so much also that because this happened to Amane-san, he's an adult. What's really cool about this is Gojo had this equivalent thing happen when he was like 6 years old, like 7 or 8, or you know, a small kid or what have you. Now, because it happened in a very young age, it was very impactful. He was very vulnerable at
lasting
that point
effect,
there. Very, very easy to understand the lasting effect of things. But also, I think if you're going to encourage somebody in basically knowing like, oh, I know what that must feel like, you can also look at the way that they're moving and grooving with things right now and go, oh, right. And this was recent. This was in a true boyfriend-girlfriend situation, which I will bring up. The idea is that this was probably the first time that she had come over to his house, to his place, his apartment, or what have you, or dorm, or whatever it is. Because it was a college relationship or what have you. But you usually are going to be dating somebody a decent bit before you invite them over. Like, you want to go out and go have drinks. You want to go out and have food together. You want to go out and see them in public spaces before you go into intimate private spaces.
Especially if it's something where you have sort of easy, ready access to hanging out with them in public normally. Like say they go to the same university.
Yeah.
You see them in class all the time. You know, like...
Right. You could date for a decent amount of time before getting into that. So I think that also showcases something extra shitty about the girl, which is basically that, you probably were not given any hints about this hobby specifically.
Sure.
But you got enough time with the person to where you got to know his personality, actually who he is.
Yeah.
So you basically overrode everything that had come before this and said, well, basically then because of this, you need to throw this away or we can't basically date.
And even more so, I'm gonna take it a step beyond just the like, you know, if she's, you know, has some not open-minded kind of, you know, like perspectives on things or whatever, right? The idea that when you go to see your partner's place for the first time, that you're seeing it not from the standpoint of fantastic, I get to see the, you know, like even more about them.
It's vulnerable. It's
intimate, it's vulnerable and all that stuff. But instead, like, that it goes into the, I need to correct this.
Right.
That's like
right.
I don't care if like even if he wasn't someone who did crossplay or cosplay or whatever, right? Nah, you don't want to be in a relationship with someone like that.
No. The ways in which people try to take ownership over their partner's likes and dislikes is probably one of the most weirdly socially accepted things. And I gotta say, actually, I think I want to call out specifically the hypocrisy in a very specific area of this here.
Okay.
I think that there's going to be a decent amount of people that are like, well, she's kind of in her right to bring this up, basically, because like that's something that could adversely affect her if, you know. And yet I'll bet if she was doing something that was maybe a little bit on the like not so mainstream side of things with that there, then it's like, well, no. How dare you?
Right.
Like
she's doing her thing.
There's a lot more leeway, I would say, given to I would say women doing more guyish things than guys doing more girlish things.
Yes.
There's a lot more like internalized, like not like homophobia, but like a form of it through that. Because I would say that specifically there's a lot of people that are going to be doing things that don't confine themselves to gender norms and stuff.
Sure.
But hobbies specifically are just one of those areas where like I can't understand, outside of obviously someone having an actual like criminal fucked up hobby or something like that.
Yeah.
Why you would shame someone's hobby. And I really think my thing that I brought up in the very beginning before we even did the discussion of like, it feels like the equivalent of kink shaming.
Right.
But it's the thing of like, but wait, we all as adults understand that what goes on in someone's bedroom equivalent
is their business. Yeah.
But the idea that like a hobby that could theoretically have some display given through like
it's
public execution of like you going and doing fencing or what have you.
Sure.
Or me really vocally shilling anime to people or what have you. You know.
Right.
Like
there's
where is the why is this hypocrisy like a thing?
So I have thoughts on that because this was something that I was thinking of when you brought up the because it was in the context of the the birthday party, for a fictional character, right?
Right. Like that's wild.
That's wild.
Like,
and the thing is, I I would hope to not be judging of a person in that situation.
Right.
That being said,
I wouldn't enjoy
I would not
there.
enjoy being there. I would probably, be like, I think,
hey,
do you.
You know what?
This isn't
Thank
for
you.
me.
Thank you for thinking of me.
Right.
I'm glad that
Thank
you
you
feel
for
comfortable
trusting
and
with
trust me in this with this.
This
I'm gonna
is
let
not
you
for
know.
me, Chief.
Yeah, after
like,
about 15 to 30 minutes, after about 15 to 30
I'm
minutes,
tapping out. Like,
this is just, I'm disassociating a bit too much here.
Right. Like,
I need
this
to,
is
at the
a
very
lot.
least, maybe be like, I can't wear the mask anymore.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You
Like,
know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think that's the difference, though, between being like, hey, respectfully, I can't participate in this with you.
Right.
Versus I need to shame you for this.
Yeah.
I think, to me, I have people that I'm close enough with that we make fun of each other for specific aspects about each other.
Sure.
Never shame, but absolutely ribbing each other and bantering about it.
Oh, yeah.
But there is something where, specifically with hobbies, I think it is really a thing with hobbies. There's some fucked up part of society where we're like, no, hobbies you can shame people about. It's why?
I think the reason for that is it's the to use the kink shame analogy, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't kink shame somebody, but you might be like, dude, did you have to tell me that you have that kink? Like that's a keep that in the closed doors and all that stuff, please. I did not need to know that about you.
Okay, sure. But
I do not want to picture that.
But let's bring up kind of the idea here specifically of getting to know somebody, right?
Sure.
You're going to get to know somebody a decent bit.
Right.
Their hobbies are not necessarily something that you have to inquire about.
Right. No, if you inquire about it, then it's on you.
Right. But another example is that most people, I would say, are not so singular in their hobbies that they don't have more than one. Sure. But they have maybe one that they're extremely passionate about. Sure. I am extremely passionate about Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, and you might share differently about different things. Like, if someone asks me what's one of my favorite anime that I'm watching right now,
yes,
I definitely do run some internal calculus to be like, all right, how weird can I get with this?
How weird can I get with this? Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not because we're ashamed of the anime that we watch necessarily. That might be some part of it.
Maybe. But it's also the...
But...
regardless of whether or not I'm comfortable with it, I get the feeling I can do some mental math to see what they're comfortable knowing, right? Like,
right.
And if I tell them about the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you, they might be like, oh,
Yeah, that's a great point. So why is it specifically that with hobbies, though, there's an expectation of shame? Like right now, I am seeing a very large amount of discourse surrounding the fact that men specifically, this is a thing that's become a massive thing with men, and I think it's because of some of the money side of things.
Sure.
Card collecting has skyrocketed in the male hobby side of things recently. Magic the Gathering is more popular than it's ever been.
Which is wild because it's been getting so much worse.
No. I would never make that judgment. I'm saying that Magic the Gathering is debatably larger, more mainstream, bigger than ever before. They're doing all these crossover things to bring in people. So many more people are playing Magic the Gathering, and thus a cringe guy hobby is now becoming so normalized and stuff that it's actually attracting a lot more, women to playing Magic the Gathering. Two, it's just attracting more normies to playing it and stuff as well.
It's attracting finance people that are trying to play the card market.
Yes, exactly. And it's the same thing with Pokemon cards as well.
Yeah.
Now, why is it that then, because we see this hobby that was thing that people got bullied for a lot more in the past.
No, yeah, the
people
sweaty
now,
Magic the Gathering player that hasn't taken a shower.
Let me finish. The thing that is coming out is now people are like, no, we need to bring back shaming. Yes, bring back shaming these people because they're getting too comfortable with bringing their cringe out in public. No, really.
No. I totally can
It's
see that
so
being a
fucked
thing.
up.
I can totally see that being a thing, but in my mind, it's like you realize that you're on shaky ground and that you've lost territory. You're on the way out. You know, like.
Right,
Like
feels a little bit feels a little bit
you're squirming, you know,
a little bit nerve-wracking over there, doesn't it?
Exactly. Like, you know,
you're losing to the geeks and the nerds, aren't you?
Losing, you've lost.
You've lost, yeah.
Like you're just a sore loser at this point.
Right. No, I do get a little bit of like Schadenfreude in that regard for sure. Totally. But it is something where I question why shame is normalized in this area of society, specifically because there's almost this idea of like, no, go take your shit hobby and move it back into the corner. Go hide that again.
Right.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And you brought it up literally of like, I don't need to know that. And it's like, well, like,
oh sure.
Why
Then,
does it make you uncomfortable that someone else has that as a hobby?
Yeah, so mind if I tag in here?
Yeah.
All right, so someone being like, I didn't need to know that, right? Okay, cool. That is a totally fair thing to say. But if that is coming off of the, hey, what's your hobby? Ugh, you know, right? Then what the fuck are you doing, right?
Well,
like
totally.
Then that's something where you're basically just outing yourself as not actually being genuine in your seeking for connection with people. You're asking questions that not just you don't actually care about the answer, like someone saying, how are you doing? And they're not necessarily wanting to get into like, oh, you know, I'm going through, you know, all this crazy stuff. Let me talk to you about how my therapist, you know, things are going with my therapist, right? You know, not that, but like, when someone brings something up that is actually answering the direct, honest question that you asked, to then be like, whoa, what are you doing? You know?
Well, like, here's one that I feel like is kind of like that in the anime community, is there's a lot of people that collect figurines, specifically. Like, anime merch.
Yep.
And, like, a lot of the merch is very much in the, like, oh, Hina dolls getting made fun of kind of area with like gojo and stuff.
Sure.
Like it is. It's in that same genre, I would say.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's one of those ones where it's tough as a total weeb. Right.
Yes.
There is that part of me that feels like the meme of the skeleton with the fucking weeb stabbing another person who's a weeb, you know, and both people are weebs, right? You know, where like I feel like there's some level where like I can kind of be like, yes, did you get the figurine with the removable underwear? You know, like,
right.
Like, you know, like, what figurines are we talking about, son? You know, like,
totally,
right?
Totally. No, I'm 100% with you.
And I will definitely maybe
but
give
I'm trying
you
to
some
find,
shit depending on
I'm
what you
trying
say.
to find the line exactly. Is that at what point do we just have to accept that shaming someone is just never okay? Like there's just no point to it.
Sure. Well, and there's a level of as far as shaming versus not shaming, there's a level of trust that can be had where where it can truly be ribbing rather than shaming, right? Where it's the like, all right, dude, you know, like versus the like, you know,
right.
Oh, you should be ashamed of this, you know, throw this all away, right? You know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure because I definitely
I think we should be more comfortable talking about it though in the anime community. I feel like My Dress Up Darling as a show is asking that question. Episode 2.
And
it's just the hey y'all, should we be ashamed about the fact that anime is going to be egregiously filled with sexualized fan service?
Oh yeah. Well, and the idea of okay, so Marin having her whole thing at the end where she's throwing the birthday party and all that stuff, right? On the one hand, oh hey, awesome, you're being your cringe weeb self and you go girl, right?
Oh god, yes.
On the other hand, that in and of itself is a form of fan service for all the guys that do that, where it's not necessarily accepted and such, you know. But because it's cute anime girl and everything, then it becomes a form of fan service itself.
Yes.
Rather than the you know like. There was an anime that I watched an episode of where Watamote, where it shows the main character like playing an eroge, and they're like swirling a button to basically see how well they can sexually please this video game character, and that was the point where I tapped out. It was in episode 1, and I was just like, not for me, you know, like,
sure,
like too much, right?
Sure. So maybe we're getting called out because we enjoyed that scene from an entertainment perspective with Marin, freaking out in that regard. But if Marin was gender swapped, would we have cringed, actually?
If my crush does that, I'm like, this is adorable, babe. I'm here for it.
Yes, that's true.
If a good friend does that, they will never hear the end of it from me.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
If I'm not that good a friend with them, then I will definitely tone that down. Because,
I feel like though that's also a partner difference though. Because I feel like some partners are cool ribbing each other in a healthy way. Obviously, again, healthy.
Absolutely.
Healthy. I think
to be clear, I wouldn't rib if it was my partner, right? If it's a best friend.
See, I feel like that's actually where like me and my wife we have very specific things that we know we don't rib each other about.
Nice.
And we've actually like talked about that. That's actually like
that's
a very specific
shit.
thing where we don't know how to fully separate emotionally in our minds those areas being something that we're really sensitive about versus the everything else though. Fair game. Go for it. And so it's a lot of communication. It's a lot of, hey, like I noticed that you maybe reacted a little bit like body language wise, a little bit like kind of flinched that. And they're like, yeah, I actually, that goes on to the don't rib about that list. That one.
Yeah,
that kind of hurt, and then there's there's kind of a post-mortem of being like, hey, let's connect and
hug it out,
reestablish the connection there to make sure that there's no like wounds or what have you.
Kisses and head pats all around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So absolutely love that this show is giving us the opportunity to discuss this through a very beautiful, lovely lens.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Gojo continues to self-sabotage the boyfriend side of things.
But he let one slip under the radar.
He did let one slip, though. So
that is fantastic.
You're starting to show your colors, my dude.
I will say, I am. It feels strange to me that for all the numerous times that I've seen the you guys are dating in anime, and then the blushing, no, it's not like that. The fact that I think this is the first time I've seen the joke be that the person doesn't notice it. That is incredible, and how has this been the first time that I've seen it? Like that this is an innovation on a classic trope, and I love it.
Yes.
But also all the details of just the involved process of cross-playing.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Really fun.
Yep.
I love that we've kind of started to coin this term of crossplay. It's really fun. Also, Gojo with Bozongas was hilarious.
That was incredible. We need more of that.
I just love also how Marin just
immediately
fondles, and then is like genuinely like concerned and confused. Like, wait,
what?
They're
why
not. Are you embarrassed? Those aren't yours. Like,
the image of
funny.
her being like it feels very Pulp Fiction.
I think it's also just something where the show does so much extra character animation this season that it's been just a pleasure. It's been just so fun.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So
see, the follow-up to that is that Marin was about to say, you don't even get the amazing tinglies or anything because they're not yours.
Oh my god. Yes, the continuity of the ahegao, Shizuka shirt then being brought out for the birthday party.
The rolling around on the floor with the body pillow, that was an image for sure. To be like, yep,
that is getting burned into the retinas.
She is full degenerate weeb.
Yes.
Like, there are no limits. The fact that she got a custom cake made, that is hilarious and legendary and... goddamn girl.
Like the purple frosting and everything, and then the grape soda or whatever.
Fresh.
Like, she went all out. And yeah, if my partner, well, thankfully in a lot of ways, this was actually something I wanted to share a little bit in the previous discussion, but it didn't get brought up. I think that was something that for me, when I was dating, I was really worried that I would have to segment too much of my anime weebness. And so it was a very big deal that I kind of let the person basically be, one, softly brought into that, but also know that we're not going to work if you can't watch anime with me.
Right.
Like, it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And so when you find somebody that one is like, no, you need to watch my anime with me. It's like, my God, like yes, that's just another amazing win. Where
cut to the person waving the green flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But oh my God, great discussion, fun stuff here.
Wonderful
Excited
show.
for more absolutely ridiculously silly shenanigans with these two.
Yep.
So yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.